Hey guys, welcome back. So today I am trying the no boil lemon Saison. So this was not boiled at all. It's technically a raw ale and it's got a bunch of lemon, very light grain bill, only Sabro hops, and I'm really excited to try it. This is the first taste I've done. Okay, so before we pour it, let's get into stats. So this is a 6.3% lemon Saison. Original gravity was 1.059 and final gravity was 1.008, which is what's giving us the 6.3%. It was about a 5.5 gallon batch. Definitely overfilled my keg. And what else? The basic recipe is Pilsner and honey malt, 3 ounces of Sabro, basically during the whole thing, gram of calcium chloride, gram of gypsum, and 1 ounce or 28 grams of lemon zest, and 500 milliliters or 17 ounces of lemon juice. And it was fermented with White Labs French Saison yeast, which is the Saison yeast I use for all of my Saisons. I love it. Okay, so actually someone asked me about the pH. So I have a little sample here that I'll throw my pH meter in. I let it sit a little bit so it'd get to room temp. So our pH is sitting at about 4.3. I'll leave that there in case it drops anymore. All right, so let's get pouring this beer. Okay, so this is a no-boil beer, so the odds of it being hazy are very high. Obviously, it's got a little haze, as you could see. So I don't know exactly why. I'm assuming it's because of the lack of hot break to clear out the wort. Someone smarter can answer that question for me. Okay, so like you can see it's definitely hazy. It's got like a straw-ish color, a little darker than straw, I would say. The head is like a creamy white, not very lasting or very much. This was a little undercarbonated before, so I threw some more CO2 on it, and it looks like it got there. It's opaque, like this almost looks like a NIPA to me, but it looks really nice. It's like, it's obviously not oxidized. You know, it's like the perfect haze you would want for a NIPA. It's got like some nice lacing happening. It's only 6.3%, so it's not super high alcohol, but yeah, looks good. So it has a really hoppy aroma, actually. The hops were only at 180 degrees, so you wouldn't expect a lot of isomerization to happen. So this is kind of like a hop stand, like what you would do a NIPA with. So this is kind of like a NIPA Saison, which is kind of cool. I get some lemon, but it's coming through as kind of a tartness rather than like a lemonade smell, you know? It's kind of got a fresh cut grass smell. I'm getting a little bit of like apricot, like bright stone fruit. So like a peach rind or like a nectarine or apricot, like a tart one. And I'm getting like the lemon zest. The lemon zest is coming through more than like the lemon juices. You know, it's kind of that like mildly bitter, like bright, you know, when you have like a lemon oil after you express a lemon rind. It honestly smells like a really nice summery beer. It doesn't smell like it's going to be heavy at all. Just like super bright and floral and just nice. I'm not getting much of that like caramelly smell that the Sabro was supposed to give, but that might come through in the flavor. The caramel does come through in the flavor. It's really, well, like it feels like a round beer. Like it's got some bitterness, but the back is very sweet. I think the honey malt is also coming through. You know, it's got, it's just like a touch of sweetness, and it balances the like lemon really nicely. You know, I was going for kind of a lemon tart, and my first impression is kind of that's what it is. God, that's good. You know, I was really, I've had this beer on tap for probably 3 days, and I was honestly a little nervous to try it because, you know, it is kind of an experiment. I've never done a no-boil beer before, and like, I would totally do this again. I taste nothing off-putting. I think the only real obvious difference is the haze, at least to me, because this tastes like any other like Saison I've made. My base Saison and like the Saison yeast, like they produce a pretty consistent flavor profile, and it's usually like the fruit that I add that gives most of the flavor difference. And like beyond that, like the only difference is the haze, but I kind of like the haze. It's kind of unexpected, but I think next time I do a New England IPA, like besides the one that we're doing the test for, I think I will do a no boil NEPA because like it's obviously perfect for it. Like, look at it. It's a NEPA. It kind of has, I'm a huge like fruit salad person, and this is just like, like when you first taste it, the center taste on your tongue is just kind of like an amalgamation of like a bunch of different fruits, like green grapes and like melon and oranges, and you know, just kind of the taste that you get when you kind of mix like everything you would put in a fruit salad together, which is lovely. It's got a medium body, which is pretty obvious. I mean, it's not watery. It has a thickness, but a thickness that is almost a juice, not so much like a super thick NEPA full body. It's almost like a pineapple juice body kind of situation. Man, this one turned out really good. There's some bitterness on the front of my tongue with the Sabro hops. I think the Sabro hops are actually giving it that full variety of fruit flavor. It makes my mouth water. The flavor is not very lasting, but the bitterness is lasting. And it sits more on the front of my tongue, and then the back of my mouth is just all water. Yeah, I think the best description is it tastes like a juice. It is delightful, and I'm happy this one turned out because I was so nervous about it, and because it's the first time I've done this. I didn't want to like give you guys a recipe and then do something I've never tried before and then come back and be like, that was disgusting. So I'm glad it worked out. All of you guys that mentioned that I should do a no boil beer, bravo. Thank you so much. Like, this is going to change the game for me, and it's a time saver just in general. Tomorrow I'm doing an actual like on propane New England IPA, full rigmarole and everything, and now I just wish I was doing a no boil. But yeah, my overall impression is that this is lovely beer, and it's really unique. It's you know, it's a little more different from Saisons, like a lot of Saisons that I've had like in other breweries. Like, I typically don't make them this way, but Saisons can be like funky, and I'm not super into the funky Saisons. Like, my sour phase is kind of over, and like I typically won't order a Saison because of it, because I think Saison just kind of has this, there's an idea that goes with it that it's got to be funky and like super estery, and I'm not super into esters unless it's a Belgian triple. I try to make as clean of beer as possible, just because, you know, I've been fighting temperature for so long that if I can make a clean beer, I know I can make an estery beer. But the temperature control here is really doing a great job at producing super clean beers. And Yeah. I suggest trying this one. It's simple and it doesn't take long, obviously. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go watch some TV and finish this beer. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. If you want to support this channel and get all my videos early, you can join this channel by clicking the join button above. And I want to thank my two newest members, Brian Sherhart and Robert St. Sauver. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you guys next time. 06, final gravity. That's wrong. All right. Is this not carbonated? Okay, so let's try it. It's so flat. Okay, so let's try it. Cool.